Hey everybody, and welcome back to Duke Nukem 3D Plug and Pray Edition. I am still Niggeroth. I have Phataku here with me yet again.
I have returned. We were surfing the rocky colon of this level.
This level is actually called Trackside Tragedy. It's apparently supposed to be based around the Wipeout series of games. It may not really seem that way right now, as we spelunk our way to the first secret of the level, and it's a very out-of-the-way secret, but, pipe bombs are worth it, I guess. But, yeah, it'll actually be a bit of time before we actually see the real track itself, so honestly, just consider this another Duke Nukem level with pulsating strobe lights and...
This reminds me of the original Duke Nukem 3D. It's where they introduced that whole strobe light effect. And that's where I actually first found out that I have epilepsy.
Yeah, some people found out about it with Pokemon. Others found out about it with, brief interludes with their uncle's laps. Other people learned it through Duke Nukem 3D. So
thanks, man. Thanks a lot. That was a repressed memory. Thank you.
All memories are repressed until the bubble bursts.
So what is this, like, indoor parking? Is this what I'm seeing?
Yeah, actually these are supposed to be the garages for each one of the Wipeout cars. What we'll be seeing in the future, though, is that there are no actual cars. I assume because they couldn't really be ported into the Duke Nukem 3D engine.
Nice shooting there, by the way.
Yeah, he's a wily bastard.
He was weaving and bobbing.
Yeah, yet again, not to harp again on the controls of the PS1 controller for 3D shooter. The D-pad does not work well, and that is your only option. So,
I actually play all my first-person shooters with a PlayStation D-pad. So,
you are a freak of nature.
Well, I'm also ranked like 12th to last, I think, on Call of Duty, so it actually kind of makes sense.
Which Call of Duty?
Like all of them. It doesn't matter.
Oh, there's just a Call of Duty in general.
If you shoot
category.
bullets out of guns, I suck at it, pretty much.
Oh, so you weren't saying you were actually good, you were just saying, here's a number, I'm that.
Yeah, basically, it's just kind of like I'm trying to give you a numerical value for my level of failure.
Out of the top 12, you are 12th.
In the worst players, 12th from the bottom.
Hmm. But yeah, so back on whatever topic we were trying to allude to, we are now in the hospitality suite of the raceway itself. As I'm sure anybody that's familiar with NASCAR or hover-based racing knows, is that a lot of the racing actually goes on behind the scenes, not on the track itself. You got your hospitality lounge where people race all the time. They're not racing right now, they're on a break, but this hospitality lounge is very important to the overall scheme of racing.
See, maybe what happens is, like, when you're down here, they're all up there racing, and then later, when you're going to get to see the track and there won't be any cars up there, they're all down here, lounging.
Maybe, but I mean...
Carousing with the 3-foot-tall strippers.
Yeah, well, the 3-foot-tall strippers are mine for right now. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Yeah, that's that's not something we've been seeing so far, really, in the other Duke Nukem games that I've been LPing, but it's good to go back to the roots and really see where real pixelated tits came into focus, or lack thereof.
I see what you did there.
Oh, I got blown up in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I meant the boob pun, but whatever does it for you.
Yeah. Boob
Is that a
puns.
dumbwaiter?
No. Yeah, it's a dumbwaiter into a meat locker. So I guess this would be a really awful job to have if this map made any fucking sense. So initially, I thought there was supposed to be a laser tripwire here, but apparently it only appears whenever you actually grab the key card. So I was trying to set it off beforehand, but, whatever.
What ifs? Yeah, they're giving a lot of backstory to the. I always just thought of Wipeout as like, it's a bunch of cars and flying around the track and blah. And this is like they're looking so deep into like the backstory of Wipeout. Like there's this whole, club, built into the track with strippers and meat lockers and.
Yeah,
such.
I mean they kind of did the same thing with like the Tomb Raider level where they had this whole room with like bear costumes and like Tomb Raider costumes, and it was just like this weird behind the scenes look that we didn't need for these PS1 inspired levels. It's just make a level based on Wipeout, not your fanfic based around Wipeout.
Yeah, I don't remember like anything about there being like a catering service or open bar in the Wipeout universe.
Yeah, there was a very complex dating sim buried within Wipeout, where like in between races you had to pick your manager and go to high school, and during the dream state you would then go into a dungeon and fight monsters.
And then during the day you earned money at your job to date several different girls who want to have nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Well,
So this is the underground alien themed vomitorium, or I'm not getting what this is.
This is the hospitality lounge for people that don't deserve hospitality.
And when that
basically.
door opened up, you caught a laser trip mine in the face. That's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, I would say that was actually like a reasonable trap, I suppose. But hey, I finally got a good weapon, the Shrinker. I'm happy about that. But they don't give you a lot of ammo, so I'm going to hold off on using it for right now.
I always found the shotgun in the original Duke Nukem 3D to be the most serviceable weapon.
Yeah, it's a bit shit over long range, and I honestly enjoy the stun lock capability of the Ripper a bit more. But yeah, the shotgun's pretty good. I mean, it'll obviously take guys down in less shots than the Ripper. Like the Ripper's going to take about 30 bullets. It'll take 2 or 3 shotgun shells to kill something normally. So it's really either one of those two is your best bet. A lot of the gimmick weapons are kind of shit. Like the Devastator is pretty awful. The Freezer, you just never get enough ammo for
Very
it. And, hey, look,
situational.
a Holoduke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially since the Freezer has a good chance of hurting you as well as it ricochets around. It's just
Yeah, not worth the risk. And there's always lots of ammo for the shotgun, and really, as long as you treat it like a melee weapon, it works really well.
yeah. And I don't know. I kind of wish the button combinations were easier to like do the Mighty Kick, or the Mighty Kick had more use. But it's something I rarely ever pull out as I stand in acid blood
Good
like
job.
an idiot. Yeah. But
Game
yeah,
over,
actually,
man. Game over.
That's a different place.
That's
But
the same thing. This is Ridley Scott's Duke Nukem 3D.
I love Russell Crowe in that. But, yeah, actually, most of this little downstairs area could have been skipped entirely, just because the only thing you really needed to do down here was to get that key card, and you can do that pretty much instantly. But, it's always good to get additional supplies, because very often you'll find yourself running low if you didn't actually make sure to go into every little nook and cranny to get whatever additional ammo you can probably get.
I'm noticing like food laid out here. It's just so odd. You walk in and it's like, oh look, donuts.
Yeah, somebody at 3D Realms was just like, yeah, I really picture these Wipeout racers being hungry after their race, so they'll have donuts. Like,
I really picture these like Wipeout racers having a problem with low blood sugar. We got to put snacks like in every other room.
well, what you see is he's a big rabbit. His name is Harvey.
Well, you see, you gotta make sure you gotta fill up on your proteins.
I don't even know who we're impersonating.
I don't know,
but
and that accent kind of changed into 3 different accents.
well, I tried to do a Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, you were
just,
that kind of was Jimmy Stewart.
Well, it sounded like you were trying to do more like a more fatherly John Madden or something.
Yeah, it basically, essentially.
But yeah, you may notice that we're
We're blue.
We're actually. Oh, It means we're pregnant. But no, we're actually pretty close to being done with this level, and we still have yet to see the track of the Trackside Tragedy.
Its namesake.
But don't worry, Jeff Gordon fans. We're almost there. Almost. As soon as I take care of this floating bomb.
With 1,000,000 shots from the shotgun.
Yeah. Honestly, the best bet with those floating bombs is like an explosive weapon, which usually gets you blown up in the face.
So this is the track.
Yeah, this is track. Well, we'll get to the track in a second. There's a secret that I don't really need.
But you're a total completionist, so...
Minus the secrets that I missed, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to get the secrets that aren't too difficult, or out of the way, or secret. And oh my god, it's like a sigmoidoscopy of a piñata.
Yes. Or, for the layman, it's like a camera going up the poop chute of a piñata.
Yes, that's what I meant to say. I think enough of our viewers are learned enough. We attract a very knowledgeable, educated crowd of Let's Play fans.
Balls of steel. I would assume so. But actually, oddly enough, the whole track portion of this level only takes up maybe a third of the overall level itself. I mean, it's pretty much the entire perimeter of the building. And what the hell happened to the frame rate?
I don't know. Your computer sucks, bro. It can't run Duke Nukem 3D.
It's the emulator.
No, I think it's your computer.
It's the controller. The controller is broken.
I blame the schools.
Oh. But yeah, don't worry. This frame rate doesn't occur for the rest of the video. After I realized that maybe there's a way I can fix this. It suddenly does strike me, so, it'll be fixed soon enough. Boop!
And there we go.
Beep, boop. Yep, it got fixed.
The magic of editing.
What editing?
I don't know. It seemed seamless to me. God, this is fucking hideous. I feel like someone's taking a cheese grater to my cornea.
Yeah, I mean, aesthetically speaking, it's very much Wipeout. But Wipeout for the PS1 is ugly. And somehow or another, I get completely turned around and go in a very meaningful circle. It's a perfect circle. And, actually, we just have to get to one more really big-ass door. And we'll actually almost be done with the level. We just need one more keycard to get done with this.
And I noticed you went over the turbo pad. You picked up steroids. It spawned steroids.
Yeah, actually, most of these little things in the floor are actually, just disguised pressure plates. Normally, most of them will only trigger more enemies. That's why I try to avoid them. But yeah, as Phataku pointed out, that one turbo boost is actually mildly necessary to complete the level, as it gives you some very necessary steroids, which we'll see their meaning a little bit
Duke
later.
needs to juice.
Juice them.
I've got tiny little shriveled balls of steel.
I was going to say balls, but that's okay.
I stole your joke.
Oh. So yeah, in this room that has completely, absolutely nothing at all to do with Wipeout Racing, it's just a ancillary room from the backstage of Star Trek Next Generation. We now have to get, the one last key card out of this very red hallway. And it's right over there. Just, I had to juke from that turret.
Duke had to juke. Duke juke.
Yeah. It's getting all over your face.
Ugh.
And there is one last kind of annoying, well, it could be a possibly annoying ambush. If you don't know it's there, that it's not a battle lord. I'm trying to remember what those fat floaty guys are. I'm sure somebody will tell me and make me feel like a dummy.
You're an idiot, Nigroth. It's called a blah blah blah. You're a moron.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, shoot a shrinker at it, stomp it, it's dead.
You caught him in the face with a shrink ray, and that's pretty much that.
Yeah, and now time for some more awesome editing. This jump right here is a bitch. You have to make sure and use steroids, launch yourself off. Otherwise, you're not going to make that, and you're going to have to make a very long trip. It is with steroids. If you're just doing this the first time, you're going to be very confused. And also, to lay on one more dick trap here, they just decide to put in more turrets. But yeah, that's the end of the video. We'll see you next time.